How you feeling today?
Not bad to be honest. Not bad.
All right. How you
Um,
feeling about that match?
um, I would say it was pretty dominated to be honest. I just opened broken, especially playing dragons, and I won the dive roll. I went to go first and open up fossil dino, and
Were you anticipating a meta deck?
um, yeah, 'cause I felt like a lot of people were gonna probably play lunar lights or spirals, um, dinosaurs, of course.
Yeah,
So
of
it's like
course.
a lot of people doing special summons.
Yeah.
My deck doesn't really do any special summons. There's probably
Hmm.
like only one card in my deck that's a
Yeah,
special summon. That's it.
I see that. So, how long have you been playing Grand Maju for?
Um, I've been playing Grand Mardu since probably October.
Okay.
That's when I got back in the game. And the crazy part is that this is not the deck that I normally play. This deck I just made from scratch this morning because someone was borrowing my Grand Mardu deck. So
So, I found that interesting because when I saw the deck list, I was like, okay. When I played you before, I remember you using dangers. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Golden Castle, Stromberg,
yeah,
etc.
yeah, I was
When I was
playing
playing
the
with you,
yeah I
yeah.
was playing the Golden Castle builds. I was playing the Danger builds, stuff
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
Uh, Really, to be honest, this deck was like last minute. I was like, I love playing Grand Mardu, so let me see what I could build right now, what
Hmm.
cards I could find, and I literally just put this deck together
Yes,
this morning.
I noticed with people. I did this yesterday as well. My intentions yesterday when I played was should all Dino. Um, I noticed that it just wasn't working well with me. I ended up the moment I woke up, I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm just gonna play pure Dino, and I felt like I did relatively better than I would have thought.
With Shadol and Dino.
Last minute.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And last minute sometimes decks do work out well, but
yeah. That usually always happens. Usually people that you make a deck last minute, you don't ever get to play test it. It just works smoothly compared to like decks that you've been playing with throughout like the whole months and stuff like that. It's
yeah.
just
So Grand Madru, when I used to play it 2 years ago, because I felt like it was such a brain dead kind of deck. No
no,
disrespect, but
no, of course not.
it's
It is.
actually you think a lot now, especially with the variety you do play. But back then it was funny because I used to literally play with Battle Fader. I also did some sort of Infernal Tempest, DD Dynamite, and just kind of burn them for game. I'm noticing now, year prior, people started doing dangers with
Yeah,
it a lot, which kind of helped out a lot because it's like draw power, draw power,
yeah. It's
draw
draw
power, draw
power.
power,
Like
draw power, draw
you're
power,
trying to get into
until you're
Grand
trying to
Mardu.
finally
Yeah, you're
get it
trying to
right.
finally get the Grand Mardu.
Yeah,
Especially with Dangers, you have a lot of big beat sticks on board, and it's just like
yeah.
yeah, and some of them are really over hard to come, and then you could level 8 exceed stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Why didn't you, if you don't mind me asking, why didn't you use Gizmek today?
so. I was really debating about Gizmek, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I was trying to figure out ratios. Like, I don't want to rely on Grand Mardu too much, so
Mhm.
I don't want to banish some of my outs. So
Mhm.
like, I played the one Moon Shield. I played the one
Mhm.
Storm Mirror Force.
Yeah.
There's a lot of one of cards, so it's like I was really thinking because I love Gizmek. Gizmek
It's a
has
good
won me.
card. I mean,
It has
you
won me
need to
so many games with
banish.
Gizmex.
Yeah, you
I was
need to
just trying to
banish.
figure out like if it would work or not. So I wasn't too sure. So I was like, you know what? It's
Mhm.
my first time. Well, I made this deck this morning. I was like, you know what? I'll just play without the Gizmek and just see how this deck runs. And I mean, honestly, as you see, it's been running pretty smoothly. So
Yeah, I mean, with the thing too is that since you play 19 trap cards too as well, it's like red reboots at one.
yes, and
You
I've been
know,
getting hit red reboot
but
a
it's
lot
at
today.
one. It's
Yeah.
at one. Like, let's be real frank. It's not gonna really do much damage to
No.
you. Like whereas let's say for instance, Imperial Order.
Oh yeah.
Like that was like a slap in the face. He made the mistake and he decided to evenly match and he
Yeah.
decided I was like,
Uh,
why would he do that and leave
I was
IP?
actually shocked that he took the uh Imperial Order and just left the IP on board.
Yeah, I
Because
didn't
I was like,
understand what he had. Like
he could have just left the big blue eyes on board and keep swinging to me for the 3,000.
he could have.
So, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, that was just a misplay on his part.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm sure he'll think about it and everything.
He was probably just more blown away, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, once he saw that fossil dino and like the game one, like set 3, like,
Yeah. I'm looking at what else you're playing. Starlight Road is really smart.
Solid Road has
Yeah.
definitely helped me throughout because it's like people underestimate that card,
Yeah.
especially people. You got Lightning Storm in the mix. You
Yeah.
got what is it? Lightning Storm, Twin Twisters.
Mhm.
So it's like a
So,
lot of people are playing those cards. So I was like,
yeah.
Starlight Road has definitely helped me some games too.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like Waking Dragon and Starlight Road is going to be utilized way more.
Yes.
Once the new format comes out. You
So I
know.
was thinking of Waking Dragon. My
Hmm.
thing was is that like I was thinking if I was gonna play one Starlight Road and one of that, or
Yeah.
just play just two Starlight Roads, or just not play Starlight Road and just play the Waking Dragon. So I was like, I was iffy back and forth.
Yeah. This is an interesting game. So what is Sales Pitch? I've never heard of that card before actually.
So
And you played at one.
I played it at one.
Mhm.
I haven't resolved it at all. Like I haven't like draw it or anything. Basically,
Mhm.
it's like if my opponent adds cards to the deck for anything without their regular draw phase,
Mhm.
I could reveal a card in my deck and add it to my hand. So it's like an easy way to get grandmod you.
Yeah. So I mean, go figure. It's a Grand Module deck. You're just more consistent in
Yeah,
focusing on draw power.
yeah.
You know
So
what
it's
I mean?
like the search engine to search for a grandmod you.
So
But honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna cut that card to be honest.
yeah,
That actually might just replace with a Gizmic, honestly.
yeah. So I couldn't help but ask. So I noticed that you probably desired game two, and you ended up banishing a Nibiru, correct?
Yeah.
Why did you use Nibiru? I feel like he
Um.
doesn't special summon up to 5 times.
Uh. I feel like let me see, cause there's been a couple of games that I know dragons,
Hmm.
so they'll do the whole combo board.
Rocket.
Rockets.
Yeah, rockets.
Um, like I didn't know what his dragon deck was. So I wasn't too sure if he does like the whole full combo just like
Right.
that. Like if he would bring out a striker dragon.
I mean,
So
his whole deck was very different overall. I mean, honestly. So
yeah, I don't think his deck is like normal dragon decks. So
no.
it's like it's completely different. So I was like, I just felt like I was like, if I draw the Nibiru, it's good. Uh, hopefully, a special summon to the 5. You know,
Yeah.
we always hope, but
I mean, he does, and what kind of blew me away also is the fact that he used all the dangers except for dog.
yes,
That's what kind of blew me away the most. That he used every single one, but you can tell obviously it's a turbo
turbo,
deck.
yeah,
It's like pure turbo, and it honestly got him this far. So I mean, obviously it does some sort of damage, you know. He also used Goliath too.
too, yeah.
Goliath was really good to use.
I
I mean,
mean,
not for
I
you.
kind of knew I had the game once I
Yeah.
flipped the macrocosmos. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, everything is banned. Is like, I know you're chasing for these dangers right now,
Yeah.
just to draw. And I was like, as soon as you're gonna summon a monster, I'm just gonna solemn it.
So his side deck was interesting also. He also side deck had two Nibiru's. I find it weird when people use two Nibiru's, not really three. Because I feel like the intentions of Nibiru is to actually draw it
Yeah,
and
it's
to
totally
use it.
usable.
You know what I mean? Like two Twin Twisters fine. I mean, I get that. You know what I mean? You want to side that too, but I don't
But the thing is,
get
like
that.
when I play Nibiru, is like if I have 3 in my side deck, and it's like if I side in a 3, I'll just never see that card for some reason.
Yeah.
But if I side in 2, somehow I actually miraculously see it.
Yeah, for some reason, it's funny you say that. Obviously, as you know, I play dinosaurs. So it's funny because I'll play two babies. So it'll be one baby Ceratosaurus, and then I'll play one petite, and then I end up keep drawing into them every time. Or like an overtext, because sometimes, depending, I'll change up my deck sometimes,
Next.
and I'll use two overtext. So sometimes I'll just end up keep drawing into it. And I'm just like, what are the odds, you know? But I just didn't understand what was his end game with you. What was his
Yeah,
intentions with IP?
I mean, yeah.
Makes me wonder. You know,
And then I was like, once I got rid of that, I was like, oh, my Super Poly's live now.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna Super Poly him also.
That's another
Worst
thing
case
that we
scenario.
were talking about earlier. I was talking with Carlos earlier about too. I was like, he has super poly. What would he super poly? And he was like, I mean, he has Mud Dragon. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, Mud Dragon works. But then I saw that I'm assuming that you actually use super poly because you were more stuck on like Shadal Construct.
Yes, so I
Wenda.
was like actually
Right.
using Super Poly against some of the Shadal decks that I played against today
Right.
to make my own Winder or make my own construct and stuff like that, just to.
And did you use Trinity for?
Well, I
Did
haven't
you have
played against.
intentions on using it because of?
I actually just put that in just in case I play Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got a chance to play Heroes yet today, so it's like I haven't got to resolve that card.
Yeah.
And then there's also another card that I forgot to put in. Forgot to put in the Solemn Great Fusion Monster,
Yeah.
and I made that mistake earlier, trying to super volley my opponent with
Hmm.
his Link Monster Solemn Great. And I'm looking at my extra deck. I'm like, oh,
You can't. Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
I didn't put that. So because I mean I kind of rushed it this morning when I was building this deck. So it was like
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
didn't think about all the ins and outs honestly.
That's what happened with me. So yesterday I actually added. I don't know why I did this. I had 3 double evolution pills in my main deck. I don't think that's gonna work. That's what happens when you rush things, I guess. But
No, yeah, I mean that's Yu-Gi-Oh. Sometimes like
so I
um,
noticed that you are also use the World Child's Guard Dragon.
yeah, just
Armor
in
Duke.
case the Scott Spirals. They
Spirals.
made 3
Yeah.
Link monsters. I'm definitely link up there 3 Link monsters, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
But you don't. So what makes me laugh is that people. I guess maybe these locals, Xenos, some in New York City in general. I feel like we don't really have those spiral players like other states may have.
yes, we don't.
It's weird. I never understood that. I don't know why. Because Friday I went to New Jersey locals and I'm like, there's more spiral players than anything else. And then here we have Shadal Invoked and random Rogue. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Here you definitely have a lot of Shadals.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing Shadal and Rogue, Shadal, Met Knights.
Yeah, Mech Knight with it also, which is
Yeah,
what
so
Carlos does. Yeah, I just find that weird to me because like Spiral is technically speaking meta right now.
it is.
I would say secondary would be, I guess you can say Shadal in Vogue. Then after that, you would probably say True King Dino.
Yeah.
Shadal Dino not so much. I would say.
I usually use like either second is either gonna be Dinos or it's gonna be Shadal and Rogue. One of
Yeah.
those two decks would be second place because
Yeah, I just find it weird, and what makes me concerned though is that since Shadal's is being utilized a lot, Spiral, whatever. I knew Spiral was gonna come back once Magician
yeah.
Souls came out. I knew that. I was thinking of playing it myself, but
oh
then
yeah, it just
Appaloosa
blew the deck
Uprise.
up. Like it
Yeah.
was like because it is such an extender, and you get to draw 2 cards or 1 card, and it's just like
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But my biggest fear right now is the ban list.
yeah. See, that's the thing going forward is like I would like to play something else. I just don't know what I want to play since Master of Fire is about to come out.
Yeah,
You got the ban list.
yeah, and then
They're
you can.
definitely gonna hit a lot of decks. They're
Oh
gonna
boy.
probably unban a lot of cards, which are gonna be crazy too. So I feel like it's gonna be a 50-50 mix, and it's just like you're gonna see a lot of decks run rampage. It's just like
Yeah, I feel like Overraptor is probably gonna get hit, just like OCG. That's my biggest fear right now. I
think,
feel like Dino's gonna be purged.
Dinos probably get hit.
Yeah.
Lunar Lights is definitely gonna get hit. You got
You
that.
think so?
I mean, if they pull off that combo with Apex.
Yeah, but I haven't been. I mean, I haven't been really seeing it, and they haven't been topping really. So Konami, I feel like they focus mostly on things that top. I don't really see Lunalight topping too much. I see Spirals, obviously.
Oh, yeah, of course.
doing well. Dinos have been doing well. They did great. Team YCS. They did amazing. But it's True
Oh
King.
yeah, it's true.
It's True King. You know what I mean? Litho helps out a lot. Helped them out a lot actually. People were like, "Oh, it's not gonna really help out a lot," and I ended up helping
No,
out that
it
deck
did.
a lot. And
I mean, we're about to have dual overload. Like
yeah,
those
that
cards
too.
are
Oh god.
gonna change the format as well.
Yeah.
In a week from now? So it's
Yeah.
like,
The new Predaplant.
oh, that card is gonna.
That card is broken. For some reason people don't care, but I kind of like Anima a lot. The new Relinquish one that's coming out. That one actually is really good, but people are just like, I don't care about that coming out, But
I mean,
do.
it's like it could break boards because like you go instant fusion, get relinquish, take your monster, then link, make that relinquish, take another monster. Like that's 2 monsters instead of going off of 1 card.
Yep.
Like
The new Union. The
that
link.
union carry.
Yeah,
oh, man.
it's scary. What else is coming out from that one?
That union carry is really broken because you could search out like whatever I guess the
You
2
can use
attributes.
it in so many decks.
And it's like you could actually get Gizmek, and then
Yeah, I'm saying it's gonna be used in so many decks. It's ridiculous now. Invocation to 1. I think Meltdown's gonna get hit.
Meltdown
Actually,
will probably
yeah,
get
you
hit,
can't
then
stop
Invocation.
it. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
Think about that. You literally cannot stop it. What if somebody, which I'm sure you probably encountered, Crash, where they super poly, you cannot respond. Obviously, you can't respond to super poly. But okay, let's say for instance, Invocation. Fine, you cannot respond to that because the Meltdown's on the field. You know what I mean? My friend Carlos, the dude that was on stream with me, did that to me. I didn't realize he had Meltdown, and he's like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "Right, you are right. I can't do that."
Like
you know?
that card is, I believe that card. Like everyone thinks that card's gonna get hit. Meltdown.
Yeah.
Because that would definitely hurt the deck, especially going to Master Rule 5 where Shadol doesn't need a link.
Yeah.
They don't need to just spam the board.
I mean, if it doesn't get hit, honestly, I can see it being at 1. You know, at 1, it probably would be okay. Yeah, I mean, with Invokes, I feel like their startup is always Alistair, and then once they get that 1 card startup, they can just go off from there.
I'm actually scared of heroes for Master Rule 5.
I'm not.
I feel like they could do a lot, heroes, especially there. Because they can spam the board easy
yeah, I was
right
gonna
now.
say they can spam the board with a bunch of fusions and stuff, but I don't really think it's really gonna do that much, to be honest with you. I'm just more concerned about Synchrons. I mean, it depends though, because Synchrons is very combo based. So if someone actually does go off, speaking of which, someone went off actually at regionals for me, and that's when I actually scooped because he literally brought out Quasar and everything, and I was like, how the hell did you bring this out? You know, we're in 2019, and I just got effed up.
I mean, people were saying that they were like, because if you see on my deck list, I'm playing Mirror Force. They're like, who's playing Mirror Force right now?
Yeah.
And that card
well,
definitely
yeah,
won me a couple of games today, Mirror Force.
Yeah.
Like, somebody.
Not much. So I've noticed a lot of cards in this meta, they negate monster effects.
Yes.
Or they cannot be, destroyed by card effects, et cetera, et cetera. But I've noticed a lot don't negate trap cards or unaffected by trap cards and stuff. Hence is why people play Alter Guys sometimes and all that too. You know? And it's kind of sad. That's why people are maining Evenly Match.
Yes.
For example, you. Yeah. And it worked.
Evenly Match is too good of a card.
Yeah, it's too good. I
don't know if they're going to. Honestly?
They're not going to hit it. Don't say that. I know what you're about to say. They're not going to hit it. I know they're not going to hit it because it's like.
I feel like they're going to hit that card because.
Well, to 2, you think? Or
maybe 2.
2?
Not to 1, but probably 2 maybe.
Semi-limited?
We definitely know they're not going to hit Imperm since they just reprinted Imperm.
Like, I mean, don't say that because they reprinted Firewall and Firewall got banned.
That is very true.
You know what? Don't say that.
True. That is very true.
Yeah. I mean, Evenly Match works. And it's crazy how the card wasn't worth a lot and it just skyrocketed to so much.
Yes.
To so much. And it was just like, because prior to it, I was going to play it and I was like, I'm not going to use it. And then I noticed people started playing different decks. And I'm like, you know what? I might as well use it. And then I started using it and it helps out a lot. This guy set up his whole board for pendulums yesterday. And then I was like, cool, no problem. Draw. Had Dogoran, so I kaiju'd him. I kaiju'd his 1 card that can negate my Evenly Match, and then I was like, evenly. And then he was just blown away.
Kaijus are so good, this format still.
Yeah, it's so good. It's going to be so good in the new format
I
coming
love
out,
Kaijus.
too.
Like,
yeah. And then Kaiju Slumber, people were sleeping on that.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. People should actually start using it soon as like a side maybe because it's a whole Regeki.
It is.
And, I mean, you can Ash it. You can because you have to special summon the Kaijus. But I mean, it still works, you know what I mean? It's at full power. It's at 3, you know what I mean? But Jason, so you're at you're Carlos pointed out something funny. 21. Why did he put the address there?
It wasn't my idea.
Give Pot of Greed. What are you saying right now, Goofy? What's going on in this chat right now? I love Evenly, but deserves to get hit. Listen, Pen God, only reason why you say that it deserves to get hit is because
value trip.
Is value
Right.
trip? I will call you. All right, I'm gonna call you Mel Pen God. All right.
Mel Pen God.
So Mel Pen God. All right. One needs to be a 3. Red reboot? No.
No.
They did it on purpose for Lightning Storm.
Yes,
the reason why
they want to sell Lightning Storm.
They wanted to push it. Let's be frank. You know what I mean? But back to what I was saying. Evelyn's not going to get hit, and I understand your frustration because of the fact that a bunch of people were using side deck cards in the
Yes.
main deck yesterday, but that's what it's used now. That's what's being used now.
What they need to bring back, honestly, they need to bring back Max C. Max C needs to come off that ban list.
No. Yeah, I'm going to say no on that one. I mean, maybe at 2.
At least one, like.
I mean, well, 1, it's not as good. You
It's
know
not,
what I mean?
but it's better than none.
That's
I mean,
true.
it will replace a Nibiru. I tell you that much.
Feather Duster needs to come back at 1.
That does need to come back.
That's what needs to come back. And I know it's going to come back. I know it's going to come back. It's probably going to come back probably later on this year or next year. And it's going to be at 1. All right, Goofy. I get it. You want free cards? What do you want for free, Goofy? Goofy, you don't play anymore. What's going on? What are you playing now, Goofy? Talk to me in the chat.
Goofy's playing in California.
Yeah, he's
How's
playing
the locals in
right?
California right now?
He's probably winning all those locals in California.
Yeah. I wonder. I mean, California, I mean, there's a lot of
I mean, there's a lot
couple
of good
events.
Yeah,
There's an event
couple.
coming up in Pasadena.
Yep, Pasadena is coming
Yeah,
up.
it's coming up in May, right? I think mid-May or
Mid-May,
something like
yeah.
that. And then you got Connecticut coming up soon.
You got North
Charlotte.
Carolina, Charlotte.
Charlotte, the flights are really cheap right now.
Yeah.
Just saying, just for you guys to understand, you know.
I'm supposed to be going to Charlotte. I just don't know what
But-
I'm playing yet.
But that's about it. We have a couple seconds left, and they're about to start the next round. This is about to be the finals. If I'm not mistaken, looks like Jason, you might be up
Right.
soon.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
The deck you're playing soon is going to be an interesting matchup, and I would love to see this. And Goofy, good job changing your deck, and good luck with Mermouse. We'll talk to you soon, okay?